Hi, I'm Vlad and this is the Wildlife Channel. It's been a while since we recorded the initial review of the new Sony a77 Mark II body, so we decided to record also a follow-up. The Mark II outperforms its predecessor in every possible way. The buffer size, the autofocus system, especially the improvements after the firmware update, the AF limiter in its real-life application, the video capabilities, the battery life. The huge buffer size of the new body has spoiled me. And I mean it because whenever I'm shooting with my old body, I kind of feel like, having a one-bedroom apartment in a bad neighborhood. It kind of does the job, but one starts wondering, is it really worth it? Is it okay? Is it fine to put up with it? Having the huge buffer of the new body is really a huge plus. The new autofocus system has spoiled me too. Whenever I'm shooting with my old body, I need to think about getting the object just behind one of the very few autofocus points. Just as a reminder, it had 19 focus points where the new one has 79. So you have just a handful of focus points and you have to work with these optimally just with the cross points because they are more accurate. And the new body has just plenty of focus points, and especially if you use one of the new modes, there is pretty good chance that the object will be behind one of these. Especially after the firmware update, the accuracy has increased significantly. I can't stress this out well enough. It's really blown my mind away. We've shot a video, we'll show it a little bit later, of a golden eagle in the mist. It made through a mist that you can't physically see with your own eyes further than a couple of meters away, and was able to focus on the bird that was about 20 meters away. So it's just, I don't know. I've also used the AF limiter for a while now, and it's a great feature. It's worth noticing though that it's really important to have at least general understanding of focal distances and depth of field in order to use it efficiently and properly. About the new features, the NFC and the Wi-Fi support, quite honestly, I almost haven't used it, and I think this is just a proof that just like the GPS module that these two replace, that I used just a few times in my about a year and a half or so shooting with the a77 Mark I, it's a great and neat feature to have, but it isn't really just for everybody to use on daily basis. My personal experience with shooting wildlife is the batteries tend to die just in the middle of the action. And I can't say whether the battery life has improved much or any at all, because since December I'll be shooting with a battery grip, but the battery life in general for Sony is pretty much okay. I mean, I usually do about 1500 frames before I need to change the battery, and with the battery grip you just don't need to think about it. You can safely shoot for as long as the action is, and then when the comb comes you can just swap the dead battery or the dead batteries, if this is the case, which most certainly won't be, but still, and still be able to capture the next actiony moment that comes a few minutes later. It would be only fair though to mention that I found sometimes the lacking of a second card slot a little bit of a shortcoming, because my partner shoots with Nikon and her body has 2 slots, and I really think that a feature like that would have made it pretty much perfect. I think that having the option to do a spillover from one card to another, or make a backup, or whatever your heart desire is, would be really one of the features that would have made the body just perfect. During the initial review we didn't pay much attention to the video capabilities of the camera, because I personally am not a huge video person and I care a great deal about still images, but not really for video. But since then I really started taking videos as well. Here's the short video that we shot in a hide in southeastern Bulgaria in December about the new features that came with the new firmware. So after we shot the initial review of the a77 Mark II, I got a chance to use it again.
time with the latest firmware that just came out in November, the 2.0. Now, there have been a couple of improvements. First of all, the AF is much more smoother, faster, and accurate. I just shot today on Golden Eagle in a really thick fog, and it somehow made it through it. Now we're filming with the A77 Mark I, and if it was for it, even with a 300 by 2.8, it would have just 100 up and down the road. So it's a great improvement. The second improvement is maybe for the videographers somewhat better. Apparently right now it supports also, instead of just MP4 and what was the format? AVCHD. Now it also supports XAVC-S, which is somewhat closer to 4K video. I don't know whether it supports 4K resolution or not, or it's just Full HD, but it still does support XAVC-S formatting of the video files. Now what I find strange is that according to the manual, it should record everything on SDXC Class 10 cards, and my SanDisk Extreme Pros, which are about 95 megabytes of writing speed, couldn't make it down, and the camera complains about the cards being too slow, so I couldn't test it. I shot a couple of videos of the Eagle on, with the old format of AVCHD, and it went down smoothly, but it was apparently just 25 megabits per second, and this XAVC-S is 50 megabits per second, so probably that's why the throughput was just way too small. I don't know. So the accuracy of the AF system is way better, and the overall smoothness of the AF is quite much improved. And yeah, that's about it.
The overall quality has improved significantly, although I wasn't really able to take full advantage of the new XAVC-S codec, which came with the firmware update, because apparently even the SanDisk Extreme Pro 3 cards are not fast enough to sync up all this data down to the card. However, if you are really interested in the capabilities of the camera with the new codec, you can find a link for a video comparison in the description of this video. Having gone through all these features again, if my personal verdict has changed in any way, it's only towards being more definitive about my initial verdict. If you're serious about your wildlife photography, and if you are shooting with Sony, then A77 Mark II is the body for this. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more birding and wildlife tips and tricks from the Wildlife channel. I'm Vlad, and thanks for watching.